From the past 1 year, I've been facing this issue with AI agents where I do not know if the AI agent is done generating the response or the task which I have given it to complete. And I'm sure most of the developers who use agentic workflow to do the tasks can relate to this problem and faced it once in their journey. So let me show you what I meant by it. So let's say you are in your project. Let me start it over. So you are in your project directory, whatever the project you are working in. It's just a demo. There are a bunch of programs. So here you need to, let's say, summarize the whole code base or do whatever the task you want to do. Hence you run any of the AI agent to do this task. Right now I won't take much time to explain this problem, so I'll just tell it to generate a random word for me. So you go and you might go elsewhere, watching YouTube, browsing, or listening to music, whatever you do, or you can do other works as well, like I do. I personally work on more than one project at the same time. So here you get the response. Right now there can be several projects running. There can be different windows where AI agents are running and they're doing the task. So it is quite a hassle switching between the tabs and seeing if it is done generating the response or it needs my permission or something. But there is no notification for it, or nothing. You won't know if it is done or not. This was the issue which I was facing, which I just described to you. Any agent is running, it could take any amount of time depending on what task you gave it. It could be really large and it might take some time for the AI agent to complete it. In the meantime, you don't have to babysit your terminal and just keep watching if it's done or not. If it needs some permission, you give it, you change something. So instead of that, you go elsewhere and do anything you want. Browse, listen to music, or do some other stuff, work on other projects, and hence it creates a gap. You won't know. It wastes your time. So that's why this was a problem I've been facing. Agent is done like 20 minutes ago, whatever. You won't know. You are indulged in other work. That's why you need a notification layer, which is not there yet. Also, the worst case, agent is waiting for you the whole time. You give it a prompt and then go to another task and you come back and see the agent has not even started working. It needs some permission to do something, approve some command. So it's the worst. It feels really bad when it wastes a lot of time. You have to give it again and wait for it to complete. So this tab switching loop is the whole problem for me, and it would be for other developers as well who can relate to this issue. So to overcome this problem, I built a solution, Bellsy. It is a notification tool for your AI agents. So basically it is a wrapper for your agent commands with a notification layer on top of it. So in simple words, if I say, it will give you a notification every time your AI agent is done completing the response or whatever, the process is stopped because of maybe it needs some permission or there is some error, whatever. It will send you a notification, so you don't waste your time assuming that AI agent is still working. So I will talk about the in-depth of it, how it is working, how the notification is actually coming from. But first let's talk about the basic workflow. When your agent is done or finishes its response, you'll get a system notification with a sound. So you'll know yeah, it's done, and you can go back to it. If you're in another app or doing whatever, you can just click back the notification and it will take you back to the editor or wherever your agent is running. So I built this tool as a npm package and a extension as well, so it targets both type of developers. Most of the developers, including me, I use terminal, or to be precise, I use warp as a dedicated AI terminal to build my projects. most of the times, but certainly I get it. People prefer using the code editors as well, so I built both of them. The developers who prefer using a terminal to use the AI agents can download the npm package and use it from there. And most times it's beneficial using the code editors and using AI agents in them, because you get to see the code, change it directly. If you have some little tweaks you have to do, so you can just simply go there and change it in the code. You don't have to go back and forth with the AI to doing the little tasks. So I will publish this extension in this video. At the end of this video, the npm package is already published, it's live. Here it is. So I will take you through it from scratch. Here is the installation guide. You have to just download this package globally. I'll show all of this practically right now. First, let's see about the npm package for the developers who want to run AI agents in terminal and spend most of the time developing in the dedicated terminal. So let's set you up and show how it works in the terminal. So first, let's talk about the developers who prefer using the terminal window for developing and using the AI agents. So for them, I've created this npm package, which is called Bellsy, for which they can install globally in their machine and use it anywhere in their, in any terminal or wherever they want to run their AI agents or any script. So let's start a terminal window. Also, you can use any kind of terminal or command prompt or whatever you like it, because the package will be installed globally in your machine, so you can access it from anywhere. I personally use warp as my terminal for developing and using the AI agents, because it has several features, like you can access all of the files and manage the conversations sessions quite easily. So it's not a, you know there is no compulsion to use only this terminal. It's totally up to you. You can use anything you want. It will work the same in the normal terminal and in any other terminal, just the same. So first, let's install our package globally in your machine. Also, you get these suggestions because I've used these commands previously, so it saves you a bit of a time. So now you hit enter and run this command. It's now this package is installed locally in your machine, and like globally you can use it from anywhere you want. So before moving on to the AI agents and showing you how does it work with the AI agents, let me show you it. Let me show you guys another use case for this tool, which is you can use this prefix Bellsy/run with any script you want. There can be long running scripts which you might want to run and know when they are completed or not. So for that, you can use this command as well, not just only the CLI agents or the AI agents. So it is a pretty basic script which waits for 5 seconds and then it will print hello. So let me hit enter, and after 5 seconds it will generate a response. So for this response, you will get a notification. Sorry, my bad, I interrupted. Let me play it again so that you can listen to it nicely. There you go. You get a notification, and then there is a sound which plays, which will tell you that the script you ran is done completing. So it was one use case for it. Now let's move to any random directory. It's like lab for me. So let's say you are in your working directly and you want to run some AI agents and make it do some features or whatever task you want to make the AI do. Now, instead of running the AI agent normally like this codex or Gemini, whatever. You just have to use a little prefix in order to make the notification thing happen with this tool. You just have to add this Bellsy slash run as a prefix before running any AI agent tool like Codex, Claude, whatever you wish to use. So let's go with Codex for now and show you how does it work. So I'll say to generate me a random word, and then I might go to some other window browsing or doing whatever. I can go to another project and work on it, and just as you so whenever the response is completed, you will get a notification from it. So if I show it to you again, the sound and the notification comes right here. So you will know okay, the agent is done completing the response. Now there is this notification, this particular sound came because the AI agent is done completing the response. Let's say there is some error or it needs your attention to approve some command. So for that, let's test it. We can use let's say add all the files in this directory uh, to git and commit them with a clear message, let's say. So I hope it asks me before committing them, because usually agent does this. They ask you before running any git commands, or at least Gemini do. So but let's see what does it do. I send it and let's just wait for it. If it asks me or it does it straightly, I doubt if it will just straight off go and add and commit all of those files. It will first ask me if I want to run that command or not. Yeah, you see, now the notification says attention required, and you notice that the sound it generated was a bit different as well. Okay, so my bad, there was some glitch with the window. So anyways, you saw how the sound changed and the notification came and the AI needed your approval for to run a command. Like in this case, it wants to run git init, so I don't want to push it to the GitHub right now, so I'll cancel it. Now you get the idea. Let me exit out of this page, and you see it. Yeah, it generated a notification with the sound here as well because it finished something. So it just monitors your output, and based on that, it gives you a notification if the response is completed or there's some error or the agent wants some approval kind of thing. So in the same way, you can run any AI agent you want with this prefix, this wrapper command, along with, let's say you want to run Gemini, you can use it with Gemini as well, Claude, Blackbox, any CLI you want to run. It will work perfectly fine and the same. So here you can say, okay, generate me a random name or whatever you want to do, and then you can work on other tasks, and you will see the task is completed with a perfect, with a pretty nice sound. So another one, and now you can go elsewhere, work on the other projects, give it the prompt, and now you will see it said task completed, and you'll know. In the same way, it works for the permission as well, just like how I showed. So that was pretty much it for the terminal command, the package one. Now let's move on to the extension part, where you can run this tool in your code editor. So before moving further to the code editors and extensions for this tool, let me tell you guys another thing. When you guys are installing the package of the Bellsy and downloading it globally, you should use at the rate latest at the end of the package name to make sure you are installing the latest version of this package, because there can be bugs and all which needed some fix, and I might fix them in the future and publish it. So make sure you install the latest version of this package every time you try to install it. So yeah, make sure you use this command instead of just normally writing the Bellsy. So that's all. Now let's move on to the code editors and extension version of it. Using the code editors along with their AI agents, because it gives them the easy access to the code, and so they can tweak some changes pretty easily instead of just going back and forth with the AI agent and relying on the AI agent completely to do little of a task. So there are so many developers which prefer doing this kind of approach because they like to do the little task by themselves for a touch, and to save some time. So it's completely fine. Now let me show you how you can add this tool to your code editor workspace. So now you can use any kind of code editor as you like. I'm starting a VS Code. You can use anti-gravity, cursor, whatever, it's all the same, and unless you are installing the extension from VS Code Marketplace. From what I know, the cursor uses the VS Code Marketplace and the anti-gravity as well. You just have to do some fixes and it's all the same. So because I'll publish this extension in the VS Code Marketplace. I have not published it yet, but I will do this in later in this video only. So I have installed this locally, but by the end of this video you can go to your extensions part and just search Bellsy. You're going to see the extension right here with this name, and you can see how does it looks. So you can go and let me uninstall and then install it again. So right now this extension is not published, so I won't be able to install it from here. That's why I'll go and install from the vsix. Wait, let me find the file. Yeah, here it is. This is the extension file which I have generated in the terminal. Or wait, let me where am I right now? Let me move to the directory of my project Bellsy, and now I'll run the tests. Okay, and then build it, and then I will package it. So now it will generate. Oh, why is that? Oh, there's a typo, my bad. So now it will package the whole file, and you see it's the Bellsy 0.2.1 version. There was some errors with the first one, so I've created this final version of the extension which I will publish right now in this video. So it's packaged, and now I can install it in my code editor where it is. Right, okay. So either I can go from command palette and install from vsix, and then move to the file which was generated by it. So here it is installed. So now it's running. You can see in the status bar Bellsy is ready. You can also test it out by running these commands. These are the 4 commands which I made public. I hid the internal commands of debugging and all of that stuff. So these are the commands which will be of your use. You can see the logs and test the local notifications. So let's test it first. So for the completed, let's okay, the sound, you might feel the sound was weird because I have set up I've also added 2 sound modes in it. So by default the sound is the focus, which was this, you heard it right now, and this is the another sound mode I've added just for the fun. So you can use any of the you want, either of them. So they're working perfectly fine. Now what you can do, okay, where am I? My bad, I was pressing the wrong key. So now I already showed you what this command do. It will toggle the sound mode between the professional one and this more like a vibe one. So you can use either of them, whatever suits you. So, and I also showed you the test. You can test the local notifications by here. And now this command is for you to set up the local AI agent, whatever you want. You want to run Claude, Codex, Gemini, Blackbox, whatever generic. It's generic wrapper, like whatever you want, normal script or whatever. So basically you will need for these AI agents. So let me copy it for, let's say I copied the command for Codex, although it's the same command which I just showed you in the terminal, but let me show it to you. You can just copy it from this command palette and then paste it right here, so it will work the same. Or you can just type it, this little prefix Bellsy run, and when you enter it, it will work the same. So let me say to generate a random name. So it generated the name and the sound ran with a notification. Okay, there's a little delay in notification. It only happens when I first generate a name usually. Yeah, it works when I generate it in future. It works pretty quick and fine, but there's a bit delay in the first part. I'll note it down and fix it in the future, but it's not that big of a deal. So it's working fine. Now let me show you the command prompt, also the approval when the AI agent needs your permission. So let me say it to add all of the files to Git and commit them with any message, like so. Now ideally it should ask me for a permission to run the git command. Let's wait and see, and notice the sound which it generates. There you go. It asks for the Bellsy attention required. If you click the notification, it will take you back to the editor, and now you see the command. So it's asking me to initialize it. I can say yes, no, whatever you'd like to do, and that's all. That is what this extension does. This is all about this tool, the working of this tool. You can download this extension in any of your code editors like anti-gravity or cursor, whatever you guys prefer. You can use it in there and it will work the same. So that was all for the extension part. Alright, now let's move on and publish this extension in the VS Code marketplace so that you guys can access it. So if I go to this URL marketplace.visualstudio.com, here by entering your ID, you'll see the button to publish your extension. If you're doing it first time, you need to fill in the basic informations and create your publisher ID, which you will set in the package.json file of your code, which I've already set, but I'll show it to you guys. So here, keep my name. You can enter domain as well, or write something about you. I'll add the logo right here. This is the logo. You can add the company website, support LinkedIn, source code, Twitter as well. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I have clicked on create, and there you go. The publisher ID is RK7. Whatever publisher ID you set in, make sure you have that publisher ID in your source code as well. Like right here, I have everything set in the publisher IDs. This you have the source code for you know the GitHub URL to access the source code, and I have set the icon as well somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So I've set everything already. So now I just have to publish it from here. Now let's go and make sure, is it the Bellsy? Okay. Now I'm making sure key the version I'm publishing to the VS Code Marketplace is up to date. Although I verified it, but let me double check it. So now let's run the test, and then so in order to publish the extension in VS Code Marketplace, you need to install this package VS Code slash VSCE. So I have already installed this package. Now I'll just go on and make sure my extension is in the latest version, although it was, I just checked it a few moments ago, but let's double check. And now I have the file, which is the latest extension file right here. Now I'll go to the marketplace and then click on new extension, Visual Studio Code, and here I will upload the vsix file, which was this point 1 version. Point 0 had some issues which I fixed in the point 1 version, so I'll upload it right here. So let this file load. Okay, so there is an upload error. Publisher ID is provided in the extension should match the under which you are trying to publish. Okay. So I put in the publisher ID RQ7 right here, and in the code there might be an error because I added extra 0. Let's fix that and package it again. So it was more of a typo error. Let me go and fix it. Save it. Now here I will simply can I'll change it with whatever the latest it creates for me. Is there any extra? Yeah, let's close this. Alright, the new one is generated right here. Let's try uploading this one. The category utilities is not available in the. Okay, let me fix this upload error and get back to you. So hopefully won't get any error this time. I fix it. I remove the utilities from the categories, which was the error it was given to me. Now it's done. Let's push that little change which I did of the publisher ID. Never mind. Now I fixed it. Now I just need to. Where is it? Right here. Okay, in the first one. Now let me test it if everything's working fine, and then package it again. Now it will create the file with vsix extension right here. I will load it. Hopefully it don't give me error this time. See, all right. So it is now public, but there's some error. The icon doesn't seem really nice. Okay, so I fixed this icon issue right here. When I published it, the icon was a different image because of the path of the file. The path of the logo was a bit different. Let me show you. Icon, yeah, here it is. Before it was icon.png, which is a different image. Let me show you. It was this one. It is a distorted one. I don't know why it is still there. So there was a couple of images for the logo, which confused me, and uh, I ended up using the wrong path right here. Then I fixed it and published it again with the version 0.2.2, because that is what you do if you update something in your extension or enable some feature or something. You just update the feature, update the version right here and increment it by one. Usually it's just with this type you can add any version which you want, but it's kind of convention. You start from 0.2.0 and then keep incrementing. So I updated it and then published it again. Now this extension is finally public. You can go to your VS Code or its marketplace in any code editor and just search for Bellsy, and you're gonna see this extension, the only extension which will appear with this name, hopefully till now. So you can just install it and it will be on your machine. You can see here in the status bar it's showing the extension is ready. So now uh, in this extension there is everything you might need to start. There is instructions, the features, and also you can see a tutorial video right here for how you can use it, the command palette and everything. There are some commands you can just copy, and it is enough for you to get started with this extension. And so that was all. I will keep trying to improve this extension and keep in touch, maintain it. Although it's not something profitable, there's nothing as monetized system. The extensions are not something you earn from. So I just created this tool to make my workflow easier and for other developers who might be facing this similar problem. But the big tech companies, they usually implement such features in a while, because I saw Gemini CLI doing the same thing. There was something like notification setup. You have to do some configurations and then it's good to go. You'll get a notification for their response as well. But it is not something that is implemented globally, like for uh, every AI agent or terminal. But it is getting implemented, because when I started, I wanted to integrate for the code editor only, and then I saw okay, it is the copilot of VS Code. And then I saw okay, they already did it. Like if I say generate a random word, I don't know if it will work. I have my limit. Okay, it's okay. So they gives you the notification for it, while the cursor and anti-gravity do not do this. There is no notification system there. So I wanted to implement this similar system of notification layer in those code editors, but there were some issues with it, like the webhooks were not public for anti-gravity. It was working for cursor, like, but there were still issues of a relay and hosted servers, which was making it a bit complex. So yeah, you see the VS Code has started giving notifications now for their response if it is done or need attention, just like what I wanted to do. So I thought to reroute, to refactor what I was building, and went for the CLI agents, which you can run from terminal. So that was pretty much it. Now let's see something about the extension itself. So here is how it works. I almost explained everything. I won't get into deep jargon language. You just know already enough to get started and use it as per. But you can check this out if you want to see the technicalities of it. Here are the features of it, and it's the setup guide which I already discussed with you guys for the npm package. To use this on the terminal, you can use this command and also add, at the rate latest in front of it if you want uh, the latest version of it. Okay, otherwise, if you're using it in code editors, you can simply search Bellsy in your VS Code and you can see it right here, which I already told you. So that was pretty much it. You can go to command palette and then test it or whatever you want to do. So now let's discuss about a bug which I faced and how did I fix it. So firstly, my initial approach was to observe the output pattern of the agent, of the terminal, like whatever the terminal is spitting out the output. I observe it and watch for like something like done, completed, or like clean process exit for the notification. And it pretty much worked for any other AI agent except Gemini. When I wrote the test for every AI agent in commonly, and then I ran it every test case passed and it was working. But when I switched to the Gemini CLI and actually you know give it a command, give it an instruction, and then it gave me response, there was nothing happening. Then I did some research, with the help of AI and other uh, documentation of theirs, to see कि Gemini does not give the output normally like any other script or something. So what Gemini does is it uses a hook named after agent. So these are the approaches: output pattern matching is a fake Gemini test which it passed, that I just told you. So right here is the fix. When I searched it, I found that the Gemini uses this after agent native hook for the completion or errors or whatever they generate, because they generate a lot of things like question and the approval for the commands as well. So this hook named after agent fires after each response, like the task completed was after each response it fires, and then I'm getting from this hook the signal to tell key if the response is completed or not, and based on that the notify finally rings. So that is the source of truth here. There is no pattern detection, although I kept the pattern detection as a fallback, but it is the main pathway which it follows for the notification system. Now at the last, here is a little guide to how you can publish your extension for the npm package. So it is just a basic workflow or roadmap, you can say, of publishing your npm package. First you test it out with your test that you wrote, then you pack it up and then publish, and you first dry run to verify all of the metadata like icons and everything is working fine before publishing it actually. So after that you just npm publish and then it will be live on your this website and anyone can download it using npm install and your name of the package. For the VS Code marketplace, here is the commands which you can follow to publish your first extension. So I used a little bit different approach to publish it. I ran this command to create this file, this vsix extension file, which is the extension itself, and then you have to log in from the vsce in the terminal if you want to use the CLI version, which I installed the package. But I did not publish it from there. Instead I used this website to do it of the Visual Studio Marketplace, because it was just easy. No other difference here. You can just use the CLI version as well to do it. So that was pretty much it for this extension. I hope it will be useful to you. You can go and check it out, and I will keep in touch with this extension and keep improving it. And if the companies just build it all and my extension or the package just becomes obsolete, then I might stop improving it, because there won't be any point. That will be easier to implement if it is in native instead of downloading anything third party. But as a developer, I thought there's no point in waiting for them to build it for me, while I can just build it for myself to make my workflow easier, and hopefully yours as well. That was all. See you guys in the next one.